So we can begin now. And so yesterday we talked about bin, and that was the conversation. Yeah, okay. Talk to Deepthi and Sai Mukti. Okay, they will provide. So let's continue to our next topic of is the pricing. So pricing, how the system define, describe, determine pricing, So basically, if you are buying item, if you're selling items and any other product, any of the selling, buying activity which we do, then it is important that we are entering the price, right? So our ability to enter the price in the system is important. So for example, let us say I'm creating a sales order, or purchase order, it doesn't make a difference at all. So let's say I'm creating a sales order and I select an item. So I select this item A001. So when I enter this item A001, then price comes automatically. So now we see here, the system automatically determines the unit price. And somewhere this price of 18,000 is maintained. We also have some discount, like 11% maintained. We didn't enter this. This came automatically. So that is what this basically means, that how system automatically define, describe, determine the price. And how does the price come into the system? Now let us say this came automatically. Let me just make it. So let me show you again. So look at very carefully what I'm doing. So let's say I'm creating a sales order. I select the customer. I select the item. And I select one of the standard items. I only enter the item. System automatically determines the unit price, 18%. System automatically determines some discount, 11%. Somewhere it is maintained. And let us say we select some of item which we created. Okay. Now this is item FIG002, the second item we created. Unit price is not there. Discount and all that is not there. Obviously, this is a problem. This is the problem. And that is why this is what we're going to learn in this topic, that what are the different ways to enter the price, etc., in the system. And price cannot be wrong. You cannot charge more. You cannot charge less. Yeah. And another thing here, if you see, there is a tax code also. Yeah. Some point of time we're going to talk about the tax code. Now, we didn't enter the tax code right now, but if your price is wrong, your tax is wrong. And if tax is wrong, then government is not happy. You cannot pay more tax, you cannot pay less tax. So that is why the pricing have a lot of process impact, and then pricing also have a lot of organization, legal, contractual obligation that what kind of price and all that we charge in the SAP. So here we can enter different price, we can enter discount, we can enter different price lists. So we'll talk about there is something called price list. We will also talk about how the price list could be associated to business partner. You see, the associating price with a business partner. Because it's possible, you might have a different price for different customers. Or you might have a different purchase price from different suppliers. Some suppliers say my price is 20 rupees, some say my price is 15 rupees. So price can also be dependent upon business partners. How do we get the pricing in the documents, like creating a sales order, purchase order, and other documents? So how do we get the price in the system? So company can have a multiple price list. So the price list can also be multiple, And we will see that how we enter the price list. You have a domestic price list. You have export price list. You have a distributor price list. You have a wholesale price list. You have a retail price list. So different price lists possible. For the one item, you can have a multiple price list. You can also have a customer receive some special price. And you can also say that, okay, this is my price list, but for one customer or two customer or for 5 customer or some special customer, we might also have some special prices as well. You might have also discount based upon the properties of the item. Properties. So discount on properties. So what kind of prices you can have in the system? So look at here. So we have a price list. Okay. So we have a price list, period and volume discount, discount group, a special price for business partner, blanket agreements. Where are these? So I close this. I close this. And for price list, we go to part of inventory, price list. And here we have all these different options. We're going to use all these different options. So we have price list. So that is why we have price list, period and volume discount, period and volume discount. Then we have a discount groups. We have a discount groups. Then we have a special price for business partner. Then we have a special price for business partners. Then we have something called blanket agreement. Blanket agreement. And if you see here, if I go to sales, and we have a sales blanket agreement. And in the purchase also, I have a purchase agreement. Because sometimes it is possible that for certain customers, for certain vendors, we might have some legal contract. In the world, in the real world, lot of contractual obligations also happens. So we can enter blanket agreement, we can enter sales agreement, and all those different agreement we can enter in the system. And this agreement on both sides. That is why it's a sales agreement also, there is a contract purchase agreement as well. That is why we have a blanket agreement. Okay. We're going to look at all of them. We're going to understand all of them. No, we're going to learn that all these things, right? There's a whole topic left, how the pricing determination and all that happens. So these are the different ways we can enter the price. The first thing is price lists. Okay. So what are the price lists? You can have a different price list. Now, where is the price list? So here, we go back to the inventory. We go to price list. Then, so let's look at the price list. So I double click on the price list. Now, first and foremost, if you look at it here carefully, these are the different price lists, you know, and you can define many more, you know, base price list, discount purchase price, regular purchase price, distribute sales price, regular sales price, small account sales price, whatever. You can define as many as you want. You can define multiple price lists. You have a domestic price list, export price list, distributor price list, large account price list, small account price list, retail price list, wholesale price list, whatever you want to call them. So all these different price lists you can define. Now if you double click on it, so we have all these different prices. Now you see that 18,000. This 18,000, which is because is maintained here for this item A0001 JP offset printer, and because 18,000 is maintained here, that is why 18,000 goes there. So let's connect the dots. So I close this. I go back to the sales order. I go back to the sales order. I select my customer. Select my item. And this item A001 has a price of 18,000 comes automatically. Okay, how does it came? So this came because in the price list here, this is the base price list. I have this item A0001 and I have a price of 18,000. Similarly, if I go to my item FIG002, this FI002, if you look at the price, is blank, is not there. That is why when we enter this item in the sales order, no price was determined. And that is why price field was empty. And that is why no price was determined at all. So that is why we have price list. No, hold on to your question till the last of the topic, guys, right? Because we will be discussing all these things anyways. If these thing doesn't get answered, then we will have a question answer session in the last. Okay. Otherwise, all these different questions are what we're going to discuss anyways. Change price automatically and all that. So make a list of your questions, and by the end of topic, if they doesn't get answered, ask me, because I want to make sure that we are efficient and effective with the class. Because a lot of these things are obvious, we will discuss anyways. So that become a duplicate, it become a double time is spent. You got my point, Prabhat and Sigar? So we'll discuss them anyways. So we have a price list here. Enter the price list, price into the price list. So look at here, enter the price into price list and assign the appropriate price list to a business partner. There are two important things. Pay attention to this. So and then we can have this price list being assigned to so now where is that basically means? Now look at this. So there's assign appropriate price list to the business partner. So you can also assign, so I close this window and I close this window, and if I go to customer master, if you remember, we talked about we have a different customer master as well, and the customer master microchips. In the customer master microchips, I have a price list assigned here, that is the base price list. If I go to drop down, I can choose any other price list also. So I can assign any other price list which you have configured. So that is another thing. The price list is assigned to the customer master or vendor master. Okay. So that is what it basically means. Enter the price in the price list and assign the appropriate price list to the business partner. Now there is another thing. So we talk about the price list and how do we assign the price list to it. We will maintain the price list also. We're going to do exercise as well. Now let us discuss another point that is called period and volume discount. So on the price list, we can have some discount also. Okay. We can have discount also. Now what is the basically meaning of that? Discounts. Discount. So here we have a period and volume discount. If I go here, if I close it, if we close it, okay. Thank you guys. Thank you, Prabhat. So if you go to here, to go to sales, and if you go to price in the price list, and there is a period and volume discount. That is what we are talking about, period and volume discount. Your period and volume discount. If you go there, period and volume discount. Now here we can choose different items. We can enter different price. We can assign different discounts. And here, for any item from this date to this date, we can assign any discount as we possible. Any item. So 0% I can discount any other discount. There is an auto button which you determine automatically the system. Okay. So that is what this basically means. So you can define different discount. And there is a period. See that from this date to this date. Any item, we can define the discount. I have a 30% discount on it. So that is where this is here, period and volume discount. Okay. So now the two things we have discussed, the one is period and the volume discount. We're going to maintain that also. So let's say I want to learn how to maintain a price list. So maintain price list for an item. So for an item, I want to learn how to maintain price list. Just an example. So maintain price list. And then in the price list, I want to create a sales order. Okay. Okay. So how do we do that? So we go to price list here. Let's choose the base price list, for example. And let's go to the item which we are using, FIG002, whatever that component. So this is the automotive component. So we can enter the price. We say, oh, price is $600, whatever. So what we are saying is this item, automotive component, and the price for that is 600 rupees. And then we add. Okay. Now, after entering this, and let's say I go to sales order, and I want to select this item now. Earlier there was no price. Now we want to see what happens. Now I enter FIG002, quantity 1, and price is 600. Now that 600 price gets determined from the price list because we maintain price list for this item. So we enter the price for this item. So that is what this basically means. Now, how do we enter the discount? So enter discount, and then verify in sales order. So we close this, say no, and here we close this, then we go to inventory, then we go to price list, and here we have period and volume discount, enter my base price list, enter my item, say FI002, right? That is item. Double click. Now what I'm saying is, then from this date to this date is a period. This is the discount we are only giving for Diwali, for only 15 days, for one, whatever date it is. So we can define that as well. So here we can enter the discount, and let us say we give a discount of 20%. We update, we update, we update. Okay. So now what we did, we give a discount of 20% for a certain period, for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, 1 month, whatever. And then we go to sales order, then we go to sales order, then we go to customer, then we enter microchips. I select my item, FIG002. I think that was my item. Now what do you see? So what I see, this is item, automotive component, quantity 1. We can change quantity if we want to. My price is $600 and then 20% discount. And after 20% discount, after price is $480. So that basically means my net price is in the class. Okay, that is what this basically means. So we have learned how to maintain price, how to enter discount, and after discount, we verify discount in sales order. Okay, so that's what we did. Okay, now we continue. We also have something called discount group by items. Now look at here. Look at carefully. Discount groups by items, by item groups, via properties or manufacturer. And then see another thing, overrides. Look at this word carefully, overrides period and volume discount. Look at here, overrides. Now what does that basically mean? This is important. So we are entering discount here also. We are entering discount here also. What happens if you have a both? Let's say I have a discount here as well, and I have a discount here as well. Which one will be selected if you have a both? Then this discount group is given priority. There is a prioritization also. Because if you have two discount, which one to select? So that is what this basically tells us, that after discount percentage by items, item groups, properties, manufacturer, override period and volume discount. That basically means this discount, if maintained, will override if there is a discount here. So the one on the bottom has a higher priority. That is what this basically means. How do we do that? Let's see that. So if I go back, price list, we have a price list, we maintain. We have a period and volume discount, we maintain. Okay. So we maintain all that. And all those different excesses and all that we maintain. And now we have a discount group. So here we have a discount group. Now in the discount group, what we have? We say we want the keyword here is the discount groups. Groups. Now let's understand this groups. What does it basically mean? So you will see there are 4 choices here. All BP, all business partners, customer group, vendor group, a specific BP. Now, what is the meaning of this? Meaning of this basically is that if you want to give this discount, do you want to give this discount to all your customers or the customer group? Now pay attention, this is important, customer group. Now, what is the practical example of it? So let us say I have a wholesale customer and I have a retail customer. I have a domestic customer and I have an export customer. So I want to give a discount only to all my export customers and only all export customers. So no discount for domestic customers. So you can define the customer group. Remember, in the customer master, we have a customer group. So you want to give a discount to one group, but not to another group. So you give a discount to distributors, not to retailers. You want to give a discount to export customer, not to the domestic ones. So you have a choice. Or you can select a specific BP. If you want to give it to a specific customer. Which customer it is? Microchips. Do you want to give it to item groups? Now here also you have 4 choices. So you can choose customer group, customer, and here in the bottom you can select group. So I'm giving this discount to FGs, but not to apparels, not to accessories, not to F-boxes, not to jeans, or I want to give it to the printers. So you can choose. Or I go to items and you can select an item. And you can say which item you want. And then you want to give some discount. So C003, this is my customer, this is my item, and this is my 35% discount. We add. See the message in the bottom? Successfully. I could also give item groups on manufacturers or on properties. Now let us say I create a sales order. I select my customer, microchips, enter my item, and we can determine. Now, the next thing is special prices. Special prices. Special prices by item, BP. BP means business partner, dates, and quantity. Now look at here. Overrides all other prices except blanket agreement. Make a note of that statement. This is interesting. This is even more higher priority. Special prices. Some customers are special, and those customers get some special price. So we see here, if we select audio problem. Oh, can you all hear my voice clearly? Is my voice coming to you all? Krati can, okay. Then we close this. We go to inventory. And we go to price list. And then this is the special price. This is the special price. And I go to special price. Special price for business partner. Here we can select a special partner. So this is my customer, microchips. It's my special customer, and I select my item FIG002. And this customer is 600 price. And this customer, I want to give him 40% discount. He is special to me. He is special to me. Then we edit. And then we save it. If I go to sales order, if I select my customer, I select my item, now see the discount here, 40%. Earlier it was 20%. Discount changed because this microchips is my special customer and he gets 40% discount. A special customer. Earlier it was 20%. This time is so what we did, verified discount. Then we also maintain a special price. In that, what we did, we maintained a special price for a customer and vendor. A customer and item. And then we verified in sales order. verify the sales order. Now, let us say one interesting thing I want to do. If I want to go to sales order and I change my customer, so rather than microchips, I change my customer to Maxitech and I select my same item, FIG02. And see here, he doesn't get that special discount. That special discount does not apply to this customer. He gets 6%, which we mentioned before. That 40% special discount doesn't come to him because I changed the customer, because that price is only applied to that customer. So we change customer in sales order, a new price is new discount is not applied. Okay, that is what this basically means. Maintain the price. Then we maintain. So these are the different terms and conditions I hear your voice clearly. Okay, thank you. So we maintain all these different price and discounts. Now the next is blanket agreement. Many times we might have agreements. We might have agreements. Agreements are the contracts. And for those customers, everything is handling by those contracts. No price list applied to them. So if I close this and I want to go to sales agreements here, and then I go to add, I select a customer code, Earthshaker Corporation, and then here we enter some detail. This is test contract. What is the payment term? We enter the item. Now here we have also planned quantity. How much quantity this customer want to purchase from us? You want to purchase 20,000 pieces. What is the price for him? The price for him is a special price, 450. So what is the agreement start date, agreement end date? So this agreement is start for 1 year, 21. So next 1 year, this agreement will apply. This agreement is for the duration of 1 year. This is test agreement with customer. What kind of shipping type you have? You're going to ship the material by FedEx. Okay. You can approve it. Yes, this agreement is approved. So this is the agreement which we did. And here in the bottom we have a copy too. And I can copy this contract into the sales order. This is the sales order. I can enter the date. Now what is the price? So unit price which we enter appears here. If I go back and we add and save. Item availability, okay. And we save it. Quantity, we can change quantity we want. We want 10 pieces. And then in the bottom, the system says, this is my 10 pieces. My price come from my vendor, no discount. If I go to relationship map, and if I want to go to the agreement, we close this, and this is my agreement with this vendor. Okay. So we can set up our agreements. Master database. Can we have a blanket agreement for more than one item for a single customer? Yes. We can enter multiple. So we go back here. You can enter multiple line items here. See the item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can enter many different line items, because in one agreement not necessarily is only for one, it could be for multiple. Okay. So what we did, we also did another exercise. Maintain blanket agreement, and then we determine price and created sales order with agreement. So this is what we have done. Now look at this picture carefully here. Now what does this picture basically tells us? So this picture tells me, see that arrow going from bottom to the top. Going from bottom to the top. So what happens? So this is an example of the prioritization. So first, system look at the blanket agreement. This is the first priority. This is second priority. This is the third priority. This is the fourth priority. This is the last priority. This in the bottom says overwrite all other prices. So if I have an agreement with a customer, then that agreement take precedence on everything, because we have agreement. And because we have agreement, therefore that agreement, price in the agreement take the precedence. If we have it maintained here, then this override all prices except agreement, because agreement is the first. So this is the first priority, second priority, third priority, fourth priority, fifth priority. Goes from bottom to the, because it is possible for the same customer, you for the same item you may have price list also, for the same item you have a discount volume also, same item you might have some discount group also, same item you have some special price also, some item, same item you may have agreement also. So if that item you have agreement, so that is the first thing it consider and takes. So that is what this basically means, pricing in business one. So we talked about the price list. This is where we enter the price, assign the price list to the business partner. Now, where is we saw that before also. So if you go to customer master, every customer master will have, you can assign a price master. Now we have done, so like we have done this on the sales cycle. We can do the same thing on purchase cycle. Okay, we have done sales cycle, but same thing apply in purchase cycle, which we have not done yet. We're going to do that too. So if you look at it here, any business partner, for example, so if I go to my customer micro technology or Earthshaker, now this customer has a here price list equals to distributor sales price list. Okay, so it's a different price list. If I go to another customer, and if I go to microchips here, this customer has base price list. So different customer might have different price list. Earthshaker has a distributor price list. Microchips has a base price list. So different customer has different price list. Price list can be used on both sales and purchase. So far, I've only discussed sales first. We didn't do a purchase part. We'll talk about that as well. Now, another thing is, every item in your system is linked to a price list. What does that basically mean? So I go to item. So I go to inventory. I go to item master data. If I go to item, and now this item, automatic price list, is assigned to price list base price. It's assigned to base price. You can assign to any other price list. You can assign to other price list. You can assign to purchase price list, regular purchase price list, discount price list, but it's assigned to base price list. So first thing which we saw, that every item is assigned to price list. So price list is assigned to item master. Price list is also assigned to business partner data. Now, if you see here, a business partner can only be assigned to one price list. You can't assign multiple price lists though. Because one customer either a distributor or not. Either customer is domestic or export. You can't have a both. So one customer is assigned to only one price list. So that is what we should see here. If you go to business partner, if you go to business partner, if you select that, if you go to Maxitech or any other customer, is assigned to price list. Assigned to only one price list. You can define many price lists, but one customer, only one price list. That is what we see here. One customer is only assigned to one price list. Okay. Then there is a business partner. We also saw that item. So this is item assigned to price list. Same thing, business partner assigned to price list. So you assign item master to price list, business partner to the price list. So we have a choice. Why blanket agreement if you are giving discount? No, agreement has a contract meaning, It's a contract. Many customers have a contract. So agreement basically means contract. That is what it means. Okay. So you can have item master, business partner is assigned to price list. So there is a price list assigned to item master, and there is a price list which is assigned to business partner in the payment term tab. You see this payment term, that is what we see it. So here my customer, payment term tab, and we have a price list field. That is what we see here. Okay. Two field controlling the pricing in the rows. So there is a unit price and there is a discount. So if you go back in the sales order, if you go to sales order, we have two fields. So we go to sales order, we select my item FIG002. So here I have a quantity, unit price 600, and discount and the price after discount. So one piece, 600 price, 40% discount, price after discount 360 total. Now this is for this customer, microchips. Now I select another customer. So I go back to the sales order. I select, let us say, my customer called Maxitech. I enter the same item. Now here, my unit price is same, discount 6%, and price after discount 6,564. Different price, same item, different customer. I select third customer, I say no, then I go to sales order again. Now I select my another customer and see what happens. I select this customer and see the message in the bottom. See the message in the bottom, related agreement linked. Related agreement linked. For this item, I get a price 750. Because for this material and for this customer, I have an agreement. And that agreement gets automatically assigned. And I have a different price. And there is no discount. So same item, three different customers, three different prices, different discounts. One was a 40% discount, one was 6% discount, one was 0% discount. Different behavior. Blanket, just an example. Blanket, just an example. Name, open agreement, long-term agreement. So two fields controlling pricing in the rows. Now here, price determination in the business partner. Look at it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 choices. And these 5 processes has a priority. Blanket agreement, first priority. Does a BP has the item specific price? Second priority. Okay. Does a discount group exist? Do the period and volume discount for the price list exist? Does the price list exist? So this is the first choice, second choice, third choice, fourth choice, and the fifth choice. So if I go back in SAP, if I go to price list, so this is highest, after this, then this, then this. And then we have agreement, that is the first priority. So this is first priority. If you go to inventory, you go to price list. This is second, third, fourth, fifth. 5 options. And then we saw how these 5 options works. And then we saw how system determine the price. And if we also saw, if we don't have a price list, system doesn't determine price as well. That is what we see here. Okay. So first look at it here, no, then goes here. No, then second is also there, then go to third one. Second is not there, then third is not there, go to fourth one. And then go to the last one. So first look at here, not, then go to second, not, then go to third, not, then go to fourth, not, then go to fifth. That's how we search. That is a circle. You can also have a best price option. If there is an applicable discount group, then discount for the discount group will be applied for a period and discount. So you can do that as well. Price source in document. So when you look at the sales order, if you go to form setting, there is a field. So what does that basically means? Let's say if you go to sales order and select your customer, select the item. Okay. Then we can have a price source field also. You will see all the visible fields. If not, if you go to form setting, you see this is the form setting. You see that this is the form setting. You see the form setting for sales order. And this is form setting. So in the form setting, what you can do, you can choose the field, Google table. And here we have all these different fields. Which field you want to make it visible or not making visible. These are the different fields. And you can choose the field which you want, don't want, and you say, well, I don't want this field. See that price full. So you can make it price full, price source. Same thing in the table, same thing in the rows also. In the row also we can have a different field, all these junk of country of origin or whatever. All these different fields, and you can choose which field you want to make it active or not active. Which field you want to see, which field you don't want to see. So you have all these different choices. And this is called form setting. This is very helpful because here, whatever field you want to make it active, you can make it active. And whatever field you don't want to make it active, you choose not to make it active. Okay? So you have choices. You have choices. You can also get your gross price, you can get your net price, you can see that as well. Summary. So in the summary, we have a total 5 types of prices. So we talked about, there's a price list, there's a period and volume discount, there's a discount group, there's a special pricing for a business partner, you can have an agreement. We looked at all of them. When you create a document, system brings the price list associated with a business partner. Now, if you see here, in the business partner also, there is a price list. If you see the microchips, and if you go to logistics and accounting, and you will see the price list for that item as well. So if you see here, you can check the different price list. See that price source. And then you have a sale to, bill to party, accounting term, payment method, taxation, and all that information, which comes automatically. This is the price source. This is the price source. System proposes price for every document. So for every document, system has a price. System looks first for the most specific, then continue to the next until it finds profit. So we talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So system look for contract, then it go for the next, then go to next, then go to next, then go to next, then it go to next. And we saw in the pricing hierarchy, you can have a specific blanket agreement for the business partner, which is valid for a certain date and time. Okay, so you can have that also. We talk about the price source field. Price source field. So this is a price source field because we have a special price for the business partner. The system select from that. You see that price source field changes. If I take another customer here, let's say Earthshaker, then price source field changes. If I take any other customer, Maxitech, price, it is a period and volume discount and discount group. So which price is applying in the hierarchy, it keep telling me. So that is where system gives me which one is being selected. That is what is the price source field shows the source of the price in the row. If you only have a, so let's say if you have only a base price list, system will show you the base price list. So that is what system does. Create a price list. Okay, sir, voice issue. Oh. Can you guys hear me? Is my voice coming to you all? Is my voice coming to you all? Yes, okay. Wonderful. Now, if you have any questions, concerns, issues, challenges, problems, difficulties in the life, SAP life, कोई भी समस्या, सभी समस्याओं का इलाज What could be possible scenario in which we can determine the vendor pricing? The vendor pricing, no, because you are buying item for vendors also, right? So you have to, and you can enter the price list, because in SAP, you can have a price list for purchase also, right? Because when you're buying item, regular item from a vendor, see that here, you can maintain purchase price list also. Because if you're buying item again and again and again and again from a supplier, then you can enter purchase price list. So you can have a like a sales price list. Same way you can have a purchase price list. And then vendor is also assigned to the price list. So same way in the customer, we have not done it, we're going to do it in the next class. So same thing in the vendor also. If you go to vendor master, it is assigned to price list as well. So if you go to vendor master, and then vendor master is also assigned to price list. If I choose a vendor, if we select a vendor, Acme Associates, and then here we also get, this is the price list. Discount purchase price list. That is what we maintain here. If your purchase price is entered in the vendor, then we can't charge the price for that vendor. No, we have to charge, right? Because when you are buying an item from a vendor, price list is a purchase price. Is a purchase price. So in the sales side is a sales price. What price you are selling? Purchase price list is what price you are buying. So you can have a both sides. So there is a sales price list, sales price list is price at which we are buying items. Purchase price list, price at which we are, not buying, selling items. Selling items to customers. And the prices at what we are buying or purchasing from vendors. Two different things. Because your company buying some item, selling some item. So whatever item you're buying, you get a purchase price list. Whatever item you're selling, you create a sales price list. You got it? Is clear? Any other questions, concerns, issues, problems, difficulties? Quick question. Is clear? Okay. No, welcome. Anybody else? Any questions? Whatever, because this pricing, these are a little bit complicated topics, right? Sometimes it's convoluted and bit of a complex topics. Make sure that you read PDF, yeah? And watch videos. I'm not seeing most of the people even watching videos. Okay. Any other question, concerns? Anybody? Okay. So if no question, I have a good news. What is the good news? समाचार समाप्त हुए. News is over. You're done. Chutti. We will talk tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place, All India Radio. Yes, that's correct. All India Radio. विविध भारती की विज्ञापन प्रसारण सेवा का ये दिल्ली केंद्र है. सुबह के 8 बजे. अब आप रामानंद प्रसाद सिंह से समाचार सुनिए. Wonderful. Bye guys. Take care. Good night. We'll continue tomorrow.